Oh, hello there. Isn't this antique radio a delight? And what wonders await on its channels? You must want to find out. Couldn't keep away, could you? Welcome back. Set the dial to channel 2 to continue the story you began. Set the dial to channel 4 to start from the beginning.
You have made
Couldn't keep away.
You have made a selection. Your choice. You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
The makers of Klaxo effervescent tablets present Sandra McCall as Kat Keen, investigator. Each week this summer, Klaxo tablets, those nifty little pick-me-uppers, bring you the thrilling adventures of Kat Keen. Though she publishes hard-boiled crime fiction under the pen name Sterling Gray, plucky Kat always seems to find herself in the middle of a genuine mystery.
And just like those perky little bubbles in every glass of Klaxo, Kat always rises to the occasion. With the help of her friend and society maven Marjorie Banks, and the advice of her companion and lawyer Carlton Prescott. Yes, friends, Klaxo effervescent tablets. If life's got you down, you might as well be 6 feet under without a Klaxo. Say, you there, listening to this radio. You seem a smart, sensible consumer. Why not meet me on Channel 6 to hear more about all the things Klaxo can do for you?
Come now, Chester. They want to get to the mystery. You'll have time to shill your swill at the half. Dear listener, the story begins on Channel 1. Set the dial to Channel 1 to begin tonight's story.
Or to Channel 6 if you can't get enough Klaxo.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Ah, yes, I knew you'd be different. Excellent.
Chester, what do you think you're doing? It's time for the story.
Just having a friendly word about the power of Klaxo, of course. They've got that great taste and those soothing bubbles that just make you want to set me free. Set yourself free.
Well, you certainly are passionate about your product, Chester, but that's enough for now. Our listeners want to hear the story, and for that, they need to stay only on the channels they're told to.
Perhaps at the next sponsor break we can speak more, listeners.
Now on with the story.
Everyone knows I write for the society pages, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy going to all these functions. Still, when it's your best friend throwing the event, you have to go. For the paper and for Marjorie, I agreed to hobnob with the society elite, even if I'd rather be writing my next book. No, the only mystery I thought I'd be solving today was the one in my closet. Which dress to wear? Something to stand out, or something to blend in? The flashy red number Marjorie persuaded me to buy on our last shopping adventure is on Channel 2. The more sedate navy two-piece that my mother loves is on Channel 4.
Hey now, this isn't helping Kat pick out her dress. Don't stray off the path too much, listener. You may hear things you don't like.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
After some serious contortions to get into that red dress and no small amount of hemming and hawing over the proper shoes, I waited for Carlton to pick me up in his car.
Kat? Is that you? You look like $1,000,000. And not unlike Lola Livings.
Who's that?
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have no interest in the crime novels of Sterling Gray. She's my favorite femme fatale in the whole series.
Oh, Sterling Gray again, I should have known. Poor dear Carlton still had no idea Sterling Gray was the pen name where I did my most satisfying writing. I kept looking for an opportunity to tell him, but it was nice to have him as a fan without knowing it's me. Anyway, I let him drive us to Marjorie's Save the Orphans gala, and even let him summarize my own novel to me as we drove.
Well, isn't this quite the affair? Marjorie really pulled out all the stops for this one.
Yes.
My dear, you've got your grumpy face on.
Oh, you know how much I love to mix and mingle with the idle rich.
Pish Tosh, you're a society writer. You love your job.
I said I loved being a writer.
Well, what else would you write?
What indeed? Silly me. But thank you. I promise to behave. We won't stay long, and then perhaps I'll let you take me to a motion picture.
I see the silent auction's drawing quite a crowd. Maybe I'll go have a look. Of course, if it's a Marjorie Banks party, I'm sure the buffet's also worth a visit. Take your time and make sure you get those vultures at the paper the requisite amount of fluff and gossip. I'll be only too happy to... Say, is that what I think it is? Excuse me, Cat, I'll be right back.
Don't worry, I love to be abandoned at stuffy galas.
Stuffy? Really, darling, you'll stomp my poor feelings into the carpet.
Marjorie, come here. You've outdone yourself. The ballroom's beautiful and the quartet's top-notch.
Thank you. And thank you for donating your book to the auction. Has Carlton noticed yet?
Not so loud, and yes. He was off like a shot not 5 seconds after he glanced in that direction.
Leaving a talented beauty like you unescorted was reckless. May I offer you my arm and give you the tour?
You may.
Where shall we begin?
Marjorie and I visit the silent auction on Channel 3. We wander past the buffet on Channel 6. Marjorie and I visit...
Hey! You! Can you hear me? I need your help! I need...
Full attention on the fizzy pick-me-up power of Klaxo effervescent tablets, of course. Don't bother with small fry when Klaxo has the deal for you. Klaxo is always thinking of the future. See you at intermission, discerning customer.
Marjorie and I visit the...
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I see lots of people bidding. I'm sure you're going to raise plenty of money for the orphanage.
Speaking of which, look who's furiously bidding on a very familiar book. Oh, Carlton!
Carlton, whatever are you doing bidding on a dusty old book?
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to understand, Cat, but that's a first edition of Hard Time for Murder. That's Sterling Gray's debut novel. If they're auctioning one off, I have to have it. Sterling Gray's crime novels are how I unwind after a hard case.
Oh, I've seen your collection of pulp novels proudly displayed in your study, Carlton. But, Counselor, may I request a sidebar with your beautiful companion?
Oh, you ask a judge for a sidebar, not a lawyer, Marjorie.
Silly me. But what do I know? Cat, darling, a moment to discuss women's things?
If that smile on your face were any bigger, Marjorie, we'd see the canary you just swallowed.
He still doesn't know you're Sterling Gray.
Of course not. Think of the scandal.
You have to tell Carlton he's going to bid too much on a book that you could have just given him.
Is this or is this not a charity auction? Is someone bidding too much not precisely the reason I gave you a first edition? This is your event after all. Be happy and leave poor Carlton to me.
Fine, but for a lover of detective novels, he's pretty bad at putting 2 and 2 together with his lady friend.
Say, what's that blank space on the table over there?
Oh, that's supposed to be an ancient Ecuadorian sundial or something. Teddy Foxbridge promised me he'd donate it. You know Teddy, don't you?
You introduced me to so many Teddys and Georges and even the occasional Dick. How can I keep track? Wait, don't tell me, is that him over there?
No, for heaven's sakes, that's Charlie Gilbert.
Really?
I know that particularly furrowed brow of suspicion. What?
No, it's nothing. Word going around the society pages is Charlie Gilbert's not doing too well lately, but he sure is placing a lot of bids at the auction.
Oh, well, you know how it goes in this city. Fortunes come and go.
True. Speaking of which, let's collect Carlton before he bids his life away. Overall, the evening was an unqualified success, except for the missing Teddy Foxbridge. It's one thing to let an expensive ticket go unused, but the sundial he promised to donate to the silent auction would have been a big-ticket fundraiser for Marjorie's cause. Because I'm a good friend, and also because my editor felt my column was a little boring, I volunteered to look in on Teddy and find out the reason for the no-show. That's when things turned interesting. No one home at the Foxbridge residence. No sign of Teddy anywhere for days.
I still think you're hoping for a mystery because you want a more exciting column.
Well, think that if you want, but I did some following up. Teddy Foxbridge hasn't shown up for a single appointment or meeting in days. I asked around. He's a wealthy businessman who has a reputation for being reliable. If he's missing, he could be in real trouble.
Be that as it may, when I introduce you to Evelyn, don't start by blurting out you think her fiancé is in mortal peril.
When have I ever been less than a dear, Marjorie?
Don't make me answer that. Now behave. We're here.
I know I promised Marjorie I'd be on my best behavior, but I couldn't escape the feeling all was not right with this Foxbridge. Blurting out my suspicions to Evelyn is on Channel 1. Being more delicate with my questions is on Channel 2.